Mike, check, check, check. Justin Hunt, it's all happening. We back again. Back again. No long intro. One more again because we got a new track. We got a new track and we got a new entrant. My brother Reason. My brother Reason showed up this morning, 9 a.m. Early showed up with the dead apple. Now, this is his reaction to Joey Badass's The Finals, which we covered here on this channel. All right, now, bringing people in who might not have been following this as closely. Joey Badass, top of the year, he dropped The Ruler's Back, which unleashed a tidal wave of intrigue and different artists responding to him, because on that track, he says too much West Coast D-licking and calls out Kendrick Lamar. He's saying, hey, yo, Kendrick, let's have some competitive hip hop, a la Control, some Control style hip hop. And while Kendrick hasn't said nothing yet, a whole roster of super talented West Coast artists have. Everyone from Ray Vaughn to Daylight, Curtis King, Lit Poppy, Coyote, Cliff Savage, Willie B. On the New York side, we've only so far gotten CJ Fly, who's also a fellow pro-era artist. And that was the top of the year. All of this reignited once again with Joey Badass's verse in the Red Bull Cypher, which featured Big Sean and Ab Soul. One of the flyest ciphers I've seen in years. Incredibly fly cipher all the way around, incredible production, incredible bars from all parties. But on that verse, Joey Badass took direct shots at Daylight and Ray Vaughn. Ray Vaughn jumps back the next day, claps back the next day with Ho Era, a bop, a straight bop going straight at Joey Badass, full of all kinds of jokes and truth bombs, to be honest. To be honest, one of the hardest bars in that track was, you let Ice Spice become the king of New York. Ugh. 1 second applause. The day after that, Joey Badass responds to Ray Vaughn with The Finals. Okay, The Finals, probably the best offering we've heard from Joey Badass throughout this entire situation. And again, I'm saying this again, Joey Badass has dropped The Ruler's Back, Pardon Me, Sorry Not Sorry, a fire Red Bull Cypher verse, and The Finals tops them all. The Finals tops them all. Goes back at Ray Vaughn, 16, 24 bars of layered double, triple entendres. Mentions that one of the reasons that he jumped back at Ray Vaughn this time was because Ray Vaughn mentioned that he wrote for Joey Badass's baby mama wrote for his girl. She's an artist. And now everybody's looking and everybody is loving all this real hardcore, straight quintessential hip hop that's going down. That brings me to Reason. On Joey Badass's The Finals, he has a line saying, Ray's gonna be the next one dropped from Top's roster, from the Top Dog roster, and he's gonna be the reason, okay? Reason was a longtime TDE artist who recently got out of his deal this past year by tweeting positive things about Drake during the Kendrick and Drake beef. Per Reason's description now, Reason was trying to get out of his contract well before that. In order to speed up the process, he gave some props to the ops, okay? So now he's being used as an example in this back and forth between Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn, and Reason don't seem to like it. Reason does not seem to like it. That brings us to this track today that we're reacting to, Reason's The Dead Apple. The Dead Apple. Let's take a listen.
So, dear Joey, ain't expect my name to be spoken. That shit really hurt my heart. I can truly say that it's broken. I get it's just a bar, but when I sit down and focus, it's a coast jealousy that you niggas thought we ain't noticed.
Okay, he's talking straight to Joey now. He's clearly, he started this off as if he's writing a letter to Joey Badass. And he's talking about there's a coast jealousy. There's a coast jealousy. Let's see where he go.
Y'all used to be the Mecca, you niggas was really goated. We heard your techniques and applied it while y'all was gloating. The sacrificial lamb, the soloist with no band members, Joey Kaepernick. Nobody gonna take a stand with y'all.
Woo, okay. All right, well, one, already off top. Reason's leaning into a broader conversation that's really been happening since Kendrick said, I heard y'all don't like the West Coast, I'm fine with it, I'll push the line with it. Right. Now, in the history of hip hop, obviously New York and LA, two of the biggest markets, two of the most legendary cities who've offered some of the most iconic artists in the history of this culture. They've also had odds. They've been at odds through things like Biggie and Tupac, for example. Also, you have, at one point in time, the Mecca of New York City had the majority of well-known, super revered, legendary artists at one point in time. And at the same time, LA's always had the industry, And I talked about this with Jason Martin, in my conversation with Jason Martin, about this idea that people don't like the West Coast. Because I grew up in the South, right? And so growing up in the South, growing up in the Carolinas, we liked everything. I think a lot of people at that point in time in the South kind of liked everything. And New York media used to have a very real bias against every other region, especially the South at that point in time. But this idea that people don't like the West Coast wasn't necessarily natural to me. And so in the conversation with Jason Martin, he talked about how a lot of people move to LA and they'll be critical of LA. They'll complain about everything LA. They'll complain about, a lot of the people. They'll complain about the culture, the lack of culture in LA, while they live in LA, while they're signed to labels in LA. Now, on the flip side, on the last Culture United, if you guys haven't seen it, punch yourself in the face, we had Glass Malone, Rob Markman, Wayno on this panel. And Wayno and Rob Markman and myself were extolling the fact that, whatever that was before, people love the West Coast. People love the West Coast. If you look at a lot of the comments that have happened around Ray Vaughn's Ho era, and also on my conversation with Ray Vaughn, which is available on the channel today, there's a lot of people who are like, why do people keep saying people don't like the West Coast? Whatever the answer is or isn't, Reason is leaning into that right now. And he's talking about how New York has fell off from its iconic perch that is held for so long. The reputation it's had for having the most incredible, most gifted, most lyrically proficient MCs. That's where we are 36 seconds into this song. 1 second applause. Run it back a little bit.
Coast jealousy that you niggas thought we ain't noticed. Bar, but when I sit that shit really hurt my heart, I can truly say that it's broken. I get it's just a bar, but when I sit down and focus, it's a coast jealousy that you niggas thought we ain't noticed. Y'all used to be the Mecca, you niggas was really goated. We heard your techniques and applied it while y'all was gloating. The sacrificial lamb, the soloist with no band members, Joey Kaepernick. Nobody gonna take a stand with y'all.
Joey right now, I will say this. I think someone else from New York needs to jump on this. Obviously, this is all just competitive hip hop. Okay, this isn't actual beef. No one's going to go outside and get into a fight because of something that's happening right now. And both sides acknowledge this. But so far, it's just been Joey Badass and fellow pro era artist CJ Fly. And as the longer it takes for someone else to jump in this, things like what Reason is saying right now, start to feel more true. Are we really in an era where New York has evolved to the point where artists like Ice Spice, or artists with the perspective of a generation who doesn't look at competitive hip hop or competitive lyricism as a priority, as a foundation, or something they want to engage in? Are we at the point so far in this culture where that feeling has now invaded the Mecca of New York, where these tenements so crucial to the talisman of hip hop were created and crafted in the first place? They don't have anyone else? God. 1 second applause to Reason.
Used to have this texture of struggle and really roughing it. Hit a bumpy road, slick fell off, now you on sucker shit. West State, the course, our name blew up and puffed a bit. And speaking of puff, you niggas been on some nutty shit.
Oh my God. Now I do not want to make light of what Puff Daddy is on trial for. Okay, he is on trial for some terrible things. He's on trial for some of the most despicable things I've ever heard described, just period. Just period. It's been a long time coming for a lot of the accusations or the allegedlys that have surrounded Sean Puffy Combs for a very long time. But in this trial, in the first week, for people who don't understand that bar, where he says, and speaking of Puff, y'all been on some nutty shit. Part of the testimony that happened this week was talking about how one of the things that Diddy and Cassie would do involved Puffy ending the experience with nutty nipples. Puff Daddy likes nutty nipples. And so this is the reference that Reason is making. If you need more details, go to Twitter, go ask somebody else. We ain't gonna talk about this right now because we talk about what's happening in hip hop, and right now these bars are flying. Let's bring it back.
Really roughing it, hit a bumpy road, slick fell off, now you on sucker shit. West State, the core star name blew up and puffed a bit. And speaking of Puff, you niggas been on some nutty shit. This ain't the New York I know. This ain't the New York I know. This ain't the New York I know. This ain't the New York I know.
We're not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real. All that.
Never been.
Yo, shout out to Cam and Mace. So that's Cam and Mace right there. This was Mace's, maybe one of the most iconic moments of what's becoming a very iconic sports podcast between Cam and Mace. This moment right here comes from, I think it's with Jay Prince. And Jay Prince, another legend from Houston, founder of Rap A Lot Records, and someone who's had an unwavering amount of influence over the past 40 years, since the 80s in hip hop. You know, they tried to send a call-in card or a check to Mace, and that's what Mace said. We're not your little niggas. That's what he said. And that is what Reason is now saying to anyone in New York, apparently, along with Joey Badass, just judging from this first verse.
Dropped, had to slide for.
We're not your little niggas. Like, for real. All that.
Never been dropped, had to slide for my interest. Left up 100, asked God as my witness. Stepping on my own cause I needed my percentage. Unique chain, boy, I'm cold independent.
So that right there, that's a direct rebuttal to the line that Joey said on the finals where he was telling Ray, you're going to be the next artist to get dropped from Top Dog, and he's going to be the reason. He is over here explaining why he wanted to leave Top Dog in the first place. So that's where this comes from.
For my interest, left up 100, asked God as my witness. Stepping on my own cause I needed my percentage. Unique chain, boy, I'm cold independent. Step one, two, step.
That unique chain also is a reference to Joey Badass's character in Power.
Don't worry, Rafer, I ain't gonna take your battle. I'm just doing a light jab off the principle. Step one, two, step.
Wait, what did he say? He said, I'm sorry, Rafer. Don't worry, Rafer, I'm not going to take your battle. I'm not going to say your battle. I'm doing a light check off of principle. Okay.
Pendant. Step one, two, step. Don't worry, Rafer, I ain't gonna take your battle. I'm just doing a light jab off the principle. Step one, two, step. Yeah, homies. The shot ain't direct enough, but fuck it, you mention me, I'm with the drama.
Beat switch and a flow switch. Okay, Reason.
Yeah, homies. The shot ain't direct enough, but fuck it, you mention me, I'm with the drama. The cipher was cold, I run it back for you and Ollie is soul beside you.
That was a cold cipher.
I push a button like it's debit, my nigga. I never sue, but I settle it, nigga. The clip hungry, I done fed it, my nigga. We ain't good, fellas. I just pressure you, nigga. Method acting turning into personas. Unique in your posture. I turn in the
Method acting turned into personas. Unique in your posture. That's cold. That's cold. Method acting turning into personas. Unique in your posture. Wow. Wow, saying he out here acting, saying he ain't real.
I push a button like it's debit, my nigga. I never sue, but I settle it, nigga. The clip hungry, I done fed it, my nigga. We ain't good, fellas. I just pressure you, nigga. Method acting turning into personas. Unique in your posture. I turn into Ronnie if it's about the violence, but you ain't surviving. It's the West turning up the temperature. You want the top spot, nigga. Climb it. In a 20V Joe, like I'm locking a phone. Mention Reeves, I'm pressing and sliding. I come and
Wow, 20V Joe, mention Reeves, I'm sliding. This is 20V1, you're gonna climb the ladder. The last track from Joey, the finals itself, seems like Joey is willing to take on that challenge. I like this, Reason, I like this.
in your posture. I'll turn into Ronnie if it's about the violence, but you ain't surviving. It's the West turning up the temperature. You want the top spot, nigga, climb it. In a 20V Joe, like a lock in a phone, injuries, I'm pressing and sliding. I come and step over there, nigga. Ain't no respect over here, nigga. I would say get in the booth, but fuck is really left over there, nigga. Y'all went from rapping on corners to me in the corner. It's death over there, nigga. I know y'all doing it.
Wait, he said went from rapping on the corner to be in the corner to needing a corner. There's death over there. Is that what he said? Let me see.
I come and step over there, nigga. Ain't no respect over here, nigga. I would say get in the booth, but fuck is really left over there, nigga. Y'all went from rapping on corners to me in the corner. It's death over there, nigga.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I know y'all doing this shit for a rollout, but I'm really pressed over here, nigga. Cause I've been the quiet one that was lined up to line up petitions, nigga. Come and sign up. This for anybody trying to mention my name. I ain't tolerating. I'ma slide something. I don't care whose season it is. Some of these niggas dying. I'm at all them. Don't care if I ain't got a reason like top before signing me. I'ma find one.
Don't care if I got a reason like top before signing me. I'm gonna find one. 1 second applause. He ain't gonna be left out. He ain't gonna be left out, just like Coyote ain't gonna be left out. Lil Poppy ain't gonna be left out. Cliff Savage ain't gonna be left out. Willie B ain't gonna be left out. Daylight don't want to be left. Nobody wants to be left out. Everybody on the West right now seems like they really want to rap. There's a gaggle of artists on the West who really want to rap. And right now we got Joey Badass and CJ Fly. This is Reason's point in this whole track. This is most of the energy I've heard so far, we halfway through, is really pointing out what happened to New York. Where the spitters go in New York. Who really wants competition in New York? 1 second applause.
Come and sign up. This for anybody trying to mention my name. I ain't tolerating. I'ma slide something. I don't care whose season it is. Some of these niggas dying. I'm at all them. Don't care if I ain't got a reason like top before signing me. I'ma find one. Step 1, 2, step. Step on a nigga, behead me. A nigga could say 10 other words, but chose my name. Now shit can get devilish, nigga.
Can say 10 other words. Can say 10 other words. So Satan, say 10 other words. Okay. We just heard him talk about corners and death. And now he's saying, is this the Reaper? Is Reason the Reaper? Is that the metaphor? That's hard right there. Say 10 other reasons, Satan other reasons. Wow.
Dying, I'm at all them. Don't care if I ain't got a reason like top before signing me. I'ma find one. Step 1, 2, step. Step on a nigga, behead me. A nigga could say 10 other words, but chose my name. Now shit can get devilish, nigga. Griselda, the only niggas that was holding shit down when y'all wasn't present, my nigga. I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga.
I'm glad you did it after you.
What? Oh my God. I'm sorry. 1 second applause. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm gonna hear that part again. He goes, corner. He talks about corner. Used to be on the corner. Now you need a corner. There's a depth over there. Say 10, getting devilish. That's say 10. That's hard.
I don't care whose season it is. Some of these niggas dying. I'm at all them. Don't care if I ain't got a reason like top before signing me. I'ma find one. Step 1, 2, step. Step on a nigga, behead me. A nigga could say 10 other words, but chose my name. Now shit can get devilish, nigga. Griselda, the only niggas that was holding shit down when y'all wasn't present, my nigga. I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga.
That's hard. And that Griselda reference, that's the... Who else brought that up? Daylight brought that up in High U. I think he mentioned it again in your High U. He has a crazy close where he's talking about it could get the Erie close on High U, Lake Erie. That's where Buffalo is. Oh my God! But Griselda really has been the ones, at least been championing quintessential hip hop in that regard. They got a ton of spitters over there, but they're also their own collective. I won't say their own collective, but they're also the brand that they've built is truthfully, from a creative standpoint, only rivaled by TDE in hip hop to me. If you look at the artists that they have been instrumental in bringing more notoriety to, from, I mean, obviously West Side Gun, but then Conway the Machine, Stove God Cooks, Rome Streets, Shay Noir, you know, you can go down the line. And what they've crafted over there, Makami, well, the things that they've crafted artistically is just beautiful hip hop experience, rooted in real rap, rooted in real rap. I would love somebody from Griselda to care enough about this. I would love it. I would love it. But it's really just been Griselda carrying that feeling, carrying this feeling. Reason's on the road right now. 1 second applause.
A nigga could say 10 other words, but chose my name. Now shit can get devilish, nigga. Griselda, the only niggas that was holding shit down when y'all wasn't present, my nigga. I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga, I step on a nigga.
Big stepper references, obviously.
I'm glad you did it after you already suffered defeat.
You panicking, nigga.
Drop that
You
shit,
panicking,
Tech.
nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga.
New York, the real.
That's all right there too. That's from the verses between Dipset and the Lox. One of the most classic versus battles we ever saw. And so that was an iconic moment because the Lox washed Dipset. And that's Jadakiss right there saying the real New York. I don't know how necessarily these fit into what Reason is saying. To me, I'm looking at these as an example because he also pulled the Mace thing, right? I'm looking at these as, you know, just examples of the overall theme that I'm hearing right here. Like, where is the real New York? Like, is it still Joey stepping by himself? Who in this generation gonna rock with Joey? At least rock on the strength, rock on the reputation of the city. Or maybe it's like what Read My Soul said, and New York has been so gentrified at this point in time that there's a whole bunch of yuppies and buppies from someplace in the Midwest or, you know, nowhere Texas that are living up there, and now no one can really afford to live in the city, and the culture itself has withered away. Perhaps that's what it is, but that's another classic cutaway in this track, that quote from Jadakiss and the Lox versus Dipset in the verses.
I don't live in Colorado. Come to my block and see me, my nigga.
Popped out, went straight to the booth. Nigga, Reeves, where you been? What the fuck? I ain't spooked. Nigga, satellite dishes, we'll put it on your roof. Nigga, turn Islam and choose peace. I ain't loon, nigga.
turn Islamic truth peace. I ain't loon. Loon, that's a funny line right there. So Loon, I'll show you Loon. Loon is he used to be on Bad Boy, right? And Loon, most famous song is I Need a Girl, probably. Right, I need a girl to ride. That's Need a Girl Part 2. Classic song, I love that song. 1 second applause to that song. And Loon, like most people at Bad Boy, did some time, came out, turned peace, and found religion. You had Sean turned Jewish, and Loon went to Islam. Here's a picture. Okay, this is what Loon used to look like, and this is what Reason is talking about on this track. Turn Islam, go to Islam and turn peace. 1 second applause. I like that reference.
Nigga, satellite dishes, we'll put it on your roof. Nigga, turn Islam and choose peace. I ain't loon, nigga. I can catch a friendly with the homies. That's just how it is. Y'all come and try it, let it sing like a quiet kid. Whole lot of steppers carry cannons like Mariah did. Calm all that bass in your voice. We the pioneers. Oh shit, niggas all bad. The best rapper in New York on a podcast.
The best rapper in New York on a podcast. 1 second applause to Joe Budden. Maybe he's talking about Jadakiss now, since Fat Joe and Jadakiss have a podcast too. Clearly he's not talking about Fat Joe. Fat Joe.
Tomato.
But the best rapper in New York on a podcast. Shout out to Joe Budden.
Oh shit, niggas all bad. The best rapper in New York on a podcast. I button up this shirt and give out jaw taps. This ain't clout.
I button up this shirt and give jaw taps.
Rapper in New York on a podcast. I button up this shirt and give out jaw taps. This ain't clout chasing, nigga, what you call that? This ain't about paper, nigga, what you call that? I bring it right to where a nigga law on that. We whack a nigga, better guard never fall back. It's Delamo, let's get started, nigga. I'm with all that nigga. Turn into a slave owner, whip and pick apart a nigga. Like defibrillators, pressing, I bring.
Turn into a slave owner, will pick apart a nigga. Turn into a slave owner, will pick apart a nigga. Pick a cotton, picnic, put black people apart, separate families. That's a layered bar right there. 1 second applause. 1 second applause. Reason I like that.
Nigga law on that. We whack a nigga, better guard never fall back. It's Delamo, let's get started, nigga. I'm with all that nigga. Turn into a slave owner, whip and pick apart a nigga. Like defibrillators, pressing, I bring out the heart, niggas. Dreading this shit long as Dwayne Carter, nigga. I crash on any.
1 second applause. That's cool.
Cause I love it more. It ain't just Joey, it's for any nigga coming for him. You can speak on me and top, I ain't got nothing for it. Cause that's my business with them niggas, that ain't none of yours.
I respect that. You can speak on me on top. That's my business, that's none of yours, right? That's none of yours. And I see where Reason's coming from by even jumping into this. His name was mentioned, and it was mentioned as a shot at TDE and whatever, you know what I mean? And Reason, clearly he still has respect for TDE, you know, has respect for the time that he spent over there, and doesn't want to be used as a pawn by Joey Badass. And this is another clarifying bar when it comes to that.
I ain't caught a nigga, I crash on any nigga cause I love it more. It ain't just Joey, it's for any nigga coming for him. You can speak on me and top, I ain't got nothing for it. Cause that's my business with them niggas, that ain't none of yours. As God is my witness, my hand on my 40. I'm way too forgiving, the devil's still on me. I mentioned, I'm tempted, the block keep on calling. I'm probably gonna spin it, my nigga. Blessings extended, the ghetto still on me. Don't talk to me different, my nigga.
Shout out to YG. Shout out to YG. This feels like a subtle salute to another classic from the West Coast, my nigga.
I'm way too forgiving. My hand on my 40. Lately I've been tempted, my nigga.
Okay, Reason, the dead apple taking aim at Joey Badass. And truthfully, the reputation for competitive rap in New York City, the Mecca, where all of this was birthed in the first place. I'm not mad at this at all. There's some lines in here that are deeper than maybe people hear them on first listen. That Satan line, the pick apart a hit apart where he's, with the slave cotton picking reference. That's hard. I'm not mad at Reason for jumping in this. And I think he had good reason too at the same time. I'm gonna give this 7.6 second applause. Word up. So that's Reason's The Dead Apple. Not mad at this at all. I know there's more coming. I know factually there's more coming. We got a lot more that we're going to see. I'm not sure when this is going to end, but I know it's not finished. Also, make sure you check out my conversation with Ray Vaughn. It's currently available on the channel right now. It was recorded literally days before O'Hara and the finals dropped. But it's a really interesting look to see where his mindset is around Joey Badass. And there's also things that Joey Badass said on the finals that are directly rebutted in my conversation too. So we'll see. I expect more from both of them. But this is fun, baby. This is hip hop right now. Let me know what you think about Reasons, The Dead Apple. If you picked up anything that I missed, let me know in the comment section. My name is Justin Hunt. Like, subscribe to the channel. Follow @TheCompanyMan on everything. Follow the Justin Hunt podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog. You don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.